This month we've jumped around, date-wise, and that continues with today's offering, a hilarious dumb birthday game from September 7th, Labor Day weekend of 1992. This one will be titled Six Ties and an Ass-cot. The players: Jane from Waterloo, Ontario; Pam in Cambridge, who at times sounds like Debbie from Wellesley; Joan in Brookline; John from Amherst. I'm producing and playing in studio, and the affable Bill Wilson in traffic. The birthdays: Dr. Michael DeBakey, Senator Daniel Inouye, Julie Kavner, Corbin Bernsen, Michael Feinstein, Elia Kazan, and then we move to September 10th for Amy Irving. We also get two events in history. In what year was the NFL Hall of Fame dedicated in Canton, Ohio? And in what year did James J. Corbett knock out John L. Sullivan in the 21st round? That's right, the 21st round, to win the World Heavyweight crown under the new Marcus of Queensbury Rules that actually called for the use of gloves. Episode 201, Six Ties and an Ass-cot, fashions its way to your ears now.
Birthday game, play the dumb birthday game.
Okay, that's the order of the moment, and that is the dumb birthday game, which I tell you who is born on this date, and you tell me how old they are, and what a swell premise for a really neat and wickedly awesome program idea. Also, we'll have a couple of dates, too, things that happened on this date, and you tell me what year they happened, and that's the way we... Let me introduce you to people who are playing the game. Jane, who's up in Ontario, Canada, is playing with us today.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing? What are you doing up at this hour of the morning?
Waiting to play the dumb birthday game.
Oh, I never thought of that. Do you celebrate Labor Day today?
We sure do.
Oh, and stores are still open there like they are here?
Not as much. We just started having them open on Sunday. There was a big, in Ontario.
Yeah.
And there was a big fight over it. But they finally did get it upheld in court after several people paid thousands and thousands of dollars in fines for the right to open.
Oh, I got you. So you go through the same stuff we're going through down here.
Yeah.
Okay. You all set to play the dumb birthday game? You excited about that? Is this your first crack at it? Or
Sure is.
Okay, that's great. We have Pam with us, too, who's in Cambridge. Hello, Pam.
Oh, hi.
Oh, this is a young lady, too. How old are you, Pam?
24.
Oh, 24. Okay, you sounded even younger than that. I think we told you that before.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have Joan in Brookline. Hi, Joan.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, doing okay. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay, we have one guy here among this part of the panel, and that's John, who's out in Amherst, Massachusetts.
How you doing, Uncle
Hey,
Norm?
pretty good there, big guy. Let's see. We also, of course, we have Tony Nesbitt, our producer, who's going to be playing the game with us today.
Of course we do.
Of course we do, Tony.
That's right.
Okay, and we also have with us...
Kind of cocky, sorry.
No, you are getting very cocky.
I know.
It's about the time to...
I haven't won in a while, that's why.
Time to humble you by putting you on shows like the David Brudnoy show. Put you on shows where you have to suffer a little bit. Okay, let's... That kept him quiet, didn't it?
Humbled me immediately.
That humbled you immediately.
Shut me right up.
And Bill Wilson, WBZ 24-hour traffic network reporter, is going to be playing the game with us today, too, and I'm just delighted about that. Hello again, Bill.
I'm just tickled myself.
I imagine so. I imagine it's one of the highlights of your day, and I imagine it's one that endears you to your family and friends.
That's one thing you can't do, you know.
What's that?
Is tickle yourself. You can attempt to, of course, but you can't tickle yourself.
Of course you can attempt to.
Yes.
I've
attempted to tickle myself many times.
Shoot me, Bill. What is he talking about?
Well, it's kind of like to say that you can't give yourself a back rub either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, okay.
It just doesn't work.
Why don't we just move along with the game here? I don't really care about any of that stuff. What the heck is all that? Today is the birthday of Michael DeBakey, Dr. Michael DeBakey, the heart surgeon. He was the first man to perform something or other, and I never can remember what. But he was, anyway, it's his birthday, Dr. Michael DeBakey. You all know Michael DeBakey?
No.
Not much of an enthusiastic
the
response
name
there. Michael DeBakey.
And what did he do? Was it the...
Let's see. Let me get some more information. Let's see if this other thing here.
Heart surgery, heart transplant.
Yeah.
Did he do a heart? Was he one of the first? He's from Lake Charles, Louisiana. That's where he was born. But he was at. Was he out in Houston at the hospital out in Houston? I think where he did those transplants and stuff.
He's from Louisiana?
Well, he was born in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
That's the heart of Cajun country.
The heart of Cajun country. The heart. I get it.
Lafayette is.
Pardon me?
Lafayette, Louisiana is the heart of Cajun country.
Oh, Lafayette. Oh, you know that stuff. You have this little, tiny, little sweet voice, and yet it rings with authority when you say things like that. Okay, I tell you what. Let's start with you, Jane, all the way up there in Ontario, Canada. Dr. Michael DeBakey, how old do you think he is today?
69.
69. Okay, and what do you think, Pam?
70.
70. And Joan?
74.
How old do you think he is, John?
I'll go with 74.
Well, you go with Tony, whatever your name is.
He was a pioneer in the field, right?
Yes, he was.
Okay. 74.
74 also. Okay, and Bill?
73.
73. Okay, the actual age of Dr. Michael DeBakey today is 84.
Ooh.
So those of you who guess 74 are actually the closest and still 10 years off. But a man who performs heart surgery generally looks younger than he really is. Nobody can figure out why that should be. Just turns out that way. You ask anybody who's done heart surgery, and they'll tell you everybody guesses my age at least 10 years younger than what I am. Must be has something to do with the aorta septal defects that I deal with.
They have the best plastic surgeons.
That's probably it. They probably perform plastic surgery.
Maybe they
on
just
themselves.
know how important it is to keep your heart well.
Well, now you're being serious. See, now you're lending a note of solemnity and intelligence.
I'm sorry, I didn't know we were supposed to be totally brainless.
No.
Oh,
that's
yes.
No. We're supposed to. The idea of this whole hour is to just kind of ramble on in a totally stupid manner. And
Okay, now I get it. Sorry.
Being brainless is a requirement.
That's right. Once you start injecting some kind of reason to this program, we might just fold up our tents and steal away. You know what I'm saying, babe?
I gotcha.
Okay.
Babe.
Senator Daniel Inouye.
Inouye.
Inouye, that's right. I was wrong. You were right. I was wrong.
I was right in a way.
Get out of here. Okay.
I was right in a way.
Inouye. I said, no, we get that. He's the...
when you don't respond, I break out the shovel, dig myself a little deeper, and try to explain it.
Are you quite through?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, he's a Democrat from Hawaii, as you well know, and a member of a number of investigating teams, including the Iran-gate thing that he was on not long ago, and he was part of Watergate, the Watergate investigation. A World War II hero, although he's taken some flack because he looks Japanese, although he's Hawaiian.
I wonder if he took some flack in World War II.
Yeah, well, I hope not. Well, I think he did because he's had some tough war injuries. And we'll start with you, Bill Wilson. How old is Senator Daniel Inouye?
He looks about 64.
He looks about 64. We'll mark that down. 64 in our green sheet with the blue pen on the yellow paper. And Tony, what do you say?
66.
And John?
Let's see. That was 50 years ago, so he's probably 71.
I'm sorry, what was 50 years ago? Oh, the
World
war.
War II.
The World War II, that's right.
George Bush was the youngest person, so he's probably 71.
Okay. And Joan, what do you say?
I'm going to say 74 again, because someone has to be.
I suppose that's
She's
true.
caught on quick to the concept.
Just stick with it. Get a good age and stick with it right through. Okay. And Pam, what do you think?
72.
72. And Joan?
Yeah?
I know you're up in Canada, and this is guessing the age of a United States Senator.
No, I'm not.
Seems unfair.
I'm in Brookline. That's Jane who's in Canada.
Well, who am I asking? Who said... Oh, I'm sorry. It was Jane who said 74.
No.
No, it was Joan who said 74.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I'm asking for Jane in Ontario.
I'm going to go with my
Is this
69.
microphone on? Hello? I'm sorry, you're going to say 69
I'll say
again?
69 again.
69 again, okay. Boy, that really got out of control there. I was kind of lost track of everything there. Okay, we'll find out the actual age of the senator from Hawaii. He's actually 68. And so Jane got from Ontario, Canada, got the closest. And she's a Canadian.
Well, I'm shamed.
Do you see why we say that Canadians know more about us than we do about ourselves or them?
Prime example.
Do you understand why we ought to be ashamed of ourselves?
Well, I had a father in World War II, so it was sort of easy to figure it out.
Oh, see?
Oh, I see.
I don't feel that
We
bad
had the
anymore.
same World War.
Oddly enough, the same
But they
world.
were in it first, you know.
We were in it much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an uncle who actually went over with the RAF, but I'm getting serious, so I'll
Oh,
stop.
that's okay. Every now and then we can do that.
Oh, okay.
And that's enough. Get out of here.
There's a time limit on it. Okay, Julie Kavner.
Now, you mentioned this before, right?
Yeah, was Rhoda's sister, who's on The Simpsons as the voice of one of the Simpsons, and is on some other series now also. Anyway, she's got a very interesting voice, and she's quite a good actress. She's fun to hear.
Rhoda's sister. Trying to picture.
Rhoda
The one always
Morgenstern.
on a diet.
And Rhoda was.
Okay.
And Rhoda was.
She had a doorman. She lived in the apartment with the doorman.
That's right. Rhoda had the doorman. Julie was her sister. And anyway, interesting voice. She's been in some movies, and I can't think of the names of any of them.
She was in that one with Robin Williams where he played the doctor that took Robert De Niro out of a coma.
Awakenings.
Or something. Awakenings, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did she play? His secretary?
She was the unit nurse or something.
Medical assistant or something?
I think she was a unit nurse.
I'm going to start. Let's start with you, Joan. How old do you think Julie Kavner is?
44?
44, you say. Okay. And Tony, what do you say?
40. Yeah, 45.
45.
Yeah, 45.
Okay. And Jane?
42.
42. Okay. And Bill?
41.
And what do you think, Pam?
46.
John?
I'll pick 43.
43. Okay, the actual age today, Julie Kavner, is 41, which is what Bill said. Isn't that interesting? She's 41 years old today. Done a lot for a young woman who's hardly...
And she's pretty young on Rhoda.
Yes, she was. She must have been in her... She was in her 20s.
20s.
Son of a gun, eh? Speaking about television...
Jesus.
I
don't know.
I sometimes get very excited. I'm an excitable person because my ancestry is the Mediterranean Ocean. And
Really? The ocean.
You know, that's right. That's right. It is, yeah.
That background sounds a little fishy.
Yeah. Irving, my grandfather, Isaac Nathan... Seaweed was well known in song and story, and in Waterloo.
You're running out of time.
I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, Corbin Bernsen, who's on L.A. Law, he's the guy who
Arnie Becker.
He's
Marlboro
the guy.
Man.
Oh, was he a Marlboro Man also?
Yes.
He also cheats on his. Isn't he one of these flirts and
Not
stuff?
all his wives.
Yeah, he's kind of a ladies' man. Is that correct? Corbin Bernsen
Was going back to that this season. He straightened out his ways and was in therapy in the last couple of years, but I guess they're going to go back to his old ways in the new season.
Oh, that's so nice.
Jeez, I try to inject a little.
No, that is nice.
No,
You're
no.
injecting a lot of good stuff.
That's it.
There.
I'm not saying anything.
He was born in North Hollywood, California, which
I don't care.
amounts to nothing. I don't care either. So I don't know why I said that. Okay, let's start with, let's see, who we start with this time. Let's start with you, John. Corbin Bernsen.
44.
44. He asked that in the form of a question again. You notice the influence that Jeopardy has on all of us? Okay, and let's see. Pam, what do you say?
48.
48. Okay. Joan?
Maybe he's 74.
That's right.
I don't know. I'll say 45.
45, just a year older than you thought Julie Kavner was.
I'm really bad at this.
Okay. No, you're not bad at anything, you cute, adorable person. Don't let me hear you castigate.
For that now, so watch it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, yeah. Bill, what do you say? How old is Corbin Bernsen?
43, sir.
43. Corbin Bernsen. I wish I'd thought of that name first. That would have been a good name.
Corbin Nathan?
Yeah, no, just
Or just
Corbin.
Corbin Bernsen?
Corbin Bernsen.
Corbin Norman.
I'd take the whole name. Corbin Bernsen.
Corbin Norman.
Yeah. I'm Corbin Bernsen. Let me work on that for a while. Maybe he'd like to swap names. He could be Norm Nathan, and I could be Corbin Bernsen. And then I could be just shutting my mouth and being quiet about all this, too.
All he can do is say no, Norm.
At least
right.
I know I'm not the only one getting silence as a response from what I'm saying. You're going on, and no one's saying it.
No,
I feel so much better.
But Bill Wilson had a good point there. All he can say is no. My mother used to say that a lot. What if I go up to the principal of the school, Mom, and insist that he give me all A's, or else I'm going to set fire to the schools and report him to the Animal Humane Society? And my mother would say, hey, all he can do is say no. Tony, what do you say? How old is Corbin Bernsen?
Oh,
Soon to be Norm Nathan.
I have a choice of 3 ages here, 43, 44, or 45.
Well, that is a
44.
tough...
Pick 44.
44, you think so?
Oh, yeah. That way, if we win, we get to split something, you know.
That's true. And if I lose, what happens then?
Well,
What if we lose? Sure, you have no answer for that. 44 it is.
44.
Sure, I'm feeling generous. If we do win, I'll be glad to split.
Okay. And Jane, what do you say?
I think he's 40.
40. Okay. You know something, Jane? You came the closest of any of them.
38.
He's actually 38. Did you just say 38?
Yeah. He seemed like he hasn't been around that long. So I didn't think he was that old.
No,
But he has a receding hairline, so it's sort of confusing.
Yeah,
she's right.
Yeah, she is right. She is damn right. Boy, is she
It's
right.
that receding hairline.
Yeah. No,
well,
adds about
smoking
5
makes
years
him
to
look
the face.
older.
Hmm?
Smoking that much makes him look older.
Being such a swine probably helps.
That's right.
God punishes those.
When swine are outlawed, only outlaws will be swines. I've always said. I've got a bumper sticker to prove it. Anyway, Corbin Bernsen is 38. And Jane said 40, and she was absolutely the closest. And she's wonderful. And now I know who to visit when I'm up in Ontario.
There's lots of... We have an Oktoberfest. You can come and drink beer for 10 days. You don't ever have to sober up. You just drink beer for
Just
10
keep
days.
drinking beer.
Sounds more
And,
like
that's-
hospital.
Well, you can have schnapps, too.
Oh,
Schnapps is good.
can we crash at your house?
Sure.
Okay.
Hell, that's what's going on.
What, now,
Take
what's,
some time
what's-
off in
I
October.
forgot. What's the name of the town you live in?
Kitchener-Waterloo.
Pardon me?
It's Twin Cities.
And what is it called?
Kitchener and Waterloo.
Oh, it's Kitchener and Waterloo. And you
Yeah.
live... Now, which town do you live in?
I live in Waterloo, but they just sort of blend.
Oh, I see. Because we get a lot of calls from people from Kitchener.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot of calls. We got a couple of calls once. About 12 years ago, I think it was.
All in the same hour.
Yeah,
too.
that's right.
That was it.
That's right.
So we
Yeah.
have one phone.
And I think I called them, and now that I think of it. Michael Feinstein. You know the singer Michael Feinstein?
Isn't it romantic?
That's right. Isn't it romantic? He got a very sweet, nice voice. Nice-looking young man. Michael Feinstein. He's done a number of cassettes. And
Does he have a group?
no, just all by himself. He sits at the piano. He does one-man shows a lot. Oh, well, he has somebody else usually. They play two pianos going and two people singing sometimes, but mostly he's a solo act. And he was I saw him at, I think, the Colonial or the Schubert Theater. He did some shows there at one time.
Would you call him a more schmaltzy version of Harry Connick? Or
Well, he's like a specialty singer, like Bobby Short. Do you know that name?
Mm-hmm.
Sand in my shoes, sand from Havana. And I don't think
It sounds like one of those commercials. You can just see the songs rolling up, and 23 more hits.
That's right. Including such great hits
but
as...
wait, there's more.
Do you ken John Peel with his coat so gray? Do you ken... And a whole lot of songs like that. And you'll also get, for your treasure chest of wonderful melodies of yesteryear, Masses in the Cold, Cold Ground.
Come on, keep going.
My Horse Dobbin. Anyway, I forgot where we were. Oh, we're guessing the age of Michael Feinstein. And back to Isn't It Romantic, which is kind of his theme song. And let's start with, let's see. Have we started with you, Tony?
No, you haven't.
Okay, we'll start with you right now.
Knew you were going to do that. 39.
You say, oh, isn't it, romantic? Oh, that was awful.
Oh, I'm going to be sick.
That gave me gas.
Try that new Kwai.
Oh, boy, that's right. Kwai.
No, he's already had some Kwai. That's why I'm in another studio.
Yeah. How would you like to see me scratch an itch, man? If you want a parade of our commercials. Okay, Joan, what do you say? How old do you think Michael Feinstein is?
As he drinks a cup of Ovaltine.
I get Michael Feinstein confused with Harvey Firestein. I'm trying to remember the two.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Actually,
well,
never mind.
I get him mixed up with John Steinbeck.
I'll say he's 44.
44. Okay.
Somebody's got to be 44.
And
That's
74.
Right.
That's right.
You didn't say 74. You said 44.
I said 44.
Okay. And Jane, what do you think?
I don't know who this man is at all.
He's been on TV a number of times also.
I'll say, 41.
41. And also included in this memorable hit tune list of the hit tunes of yesteryear is
Zamfir, master of the pan flute.
Yeah, that's right. A, you're adorable. B, you're so beautiful. C, you're a cutie full of charm. And the three little fishies and the mama fishy too. Okay, Bill, if you dare, what Michael Feinstein is how old?
I think he's younger than everybody's saying, about 37.
Oh, yeah?
37 years old.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Made it sound like you were going to say 28 or something.
That's right. Well, that's right. Because you said, Tony said 39, so that's not... I'm sorry, he said 39. Okay, John, what do you think?
Oh, I'll give him a 1 year for each white key, so that would make him 36. I hope the man doesn't sing. Or
1 year for each white key?
Each white key.
36. What piano are you using? Is 36 white key?
I don't know.
I thought were they split evenly, 44 and 44, because there are 88 keys in a piano, aren't there?
Well, aren't there a lot of black keys?
There's more white than black.
That's right.
There's
Yes, sir.
88 altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if there are more white keys than blacks, there'd be more than 30.
There'd still be more than 30.
Yeah. What do you, Pam, how old, what kind of a guess would you make for the age of Michael Feinstein?
A little bird just flew in here and said 37. So I'll go with that.
Did you hear that cute little speech? Was that not adorable?
Hey, you're adorable.
Would I love you? Would I? Doesn't one and one make two? Would I worship you forever? Does July have a sky of blue?
Does this guy do any songs that we would know?
Of course not. Then you become critical. Okay, what I have now is a couple of events, both sporting events.
Wait a minute, who won?
Oh, I'm sorry. The winner was John from Amherst, Massachusetts. He said 36, which is exactly Michael Feinstein's age.
Oh,
very good. Okay.
He must have a special
Number
piano.
of keys, yeah.
That's right.
That right
Yeah.
piano.
I just have a short reach. I don't know.
Okay, let me run through the scores that we have so far. Jane and John. Oh, see, there used to be a soap opera once called Jane and John. That's true.
Can you sing us the theme song?
No, yes, I can. The theme song was "There's a Love Nest," the same one that George Burns and Gracie Allen used later on. God, I'm so interesting. It's too bad nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about.
Come on, you started to sing it, you know.
No, there's a love nest. You know the old Burns and Allen theme song? Da-da-dee-da.
Like
I
the back
never
of my
heard
hand.
any lyrics to it, but I know the sound.
Played on that special 36-key piano.
That's right. There used to be a program in Boston called, took place at a company called Stark's Fireproof Piano Warehouse, which has a nice romantic sound to it, doesn't it? And they would have this guy would go from piano to piano.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Did they have fireproof pianos?
They had fireproof. No, the warehouse.
the warehouse
I believe
was
the
fireproof.
warehouse.
Okay.
I believe was fireproof, and also the pianist was wearing a fireproof jacket, as I recall.
I just wanted to
Because
clarify
he
that.
played some hot music, I tell you.
Was it a smoking jacket, Norm?
Bought a torch
Smoking
song?
jacket. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yes.
Anyway, he would go from piano to piano, and there'd be an announcer describing the piano he was playing on and how much it cost and how much you paid per week, you know. And now our pianist is now at this lovely upright piano. It costs $632, and you can pay for it $17 a month. And then he would play a tune on it. Isn't that interesting? No, it isn't interesting. Okay.
Did they sound alike, or?
Well, I don't
Could
know.
you hear the-
I was just a little kid at the time. I couldn't tell the difference between one piano and the other. But I suppose if you were really shopping for piano, you got an idea what they sounded like on the air.
And how long was this program? Till they played every piano in the warehouse, right?
Yeah, that's right, too. Some days, if they hadn't sold pianos for several days and they got a new inventory, and the program could last about 29, 30 hours.
Would he play a full selection? Can you remember that? Or would he just, a little, like chopsticks on each piano all the way through?
He would play just a little bit, I think, yeah.
Oh, so he'd only
36
use
keys
36 keys.
That's right, yeah. That's right. Unless he was going to play a whole song, then he would use all 88. But then again, it was Labor Day, and, anyway, that's a whole other thing.
What?
Okay, I was giving you the run-through. Jane and John both have, isn't that where we came in?
Yeah.
Jane and John both have two apiece, and Tom, what am I saying? Tony, Bill, and Tony, Bill, and Joan have one victory apiece, and Pam has just got her own adorable self that we all love and adore, but has no victories at all.
And she has the little bird, too, right?
Is that a bird over at your house, Pam?
No, she had the little bird that flew in the window. Wasn't that you, Pam?
Yeah, there's a little bird.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
Oh, wow. Well, anyway.
Okay,
moving right along.
Here are a couple of sporting events. The National Football League Hall of Fame was opened. Let me get the whole story on that so that you might be better enriched and have a better chance to guess. This is the National Professional Football League, the Hall of Fame, the NFL Hall of Fame, dedicated in Canton, Ohio. What year? What would that have been? The NFL Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Let's start with you, Jane.
56.
1956, you say. Okay. And Pam? Eh?
I'll say 1914. How's that?
1914 is very good.
Very good.
Yeah. Football, I don't think it had been invented then, had it? No, I guess it had been, but there was no National Football League, I don't believe, back then. But what the heck? She's so adorable, it doesn't really matter.
That's right. If she thinks football was there in 1914,
Then
I believe it.
That's right. I think it would be cute and adorable for it to have been there in 1914. And Joan, what do you say?
I think it was a little later than that. I'll go with 1963.
1963. Okay, and John?
Oh, I was going to say that. But I'll go 1964 then.
Okay, because you could say the same thing if you wanted to. We have no restrictions on...
No, I don't want to tie with two different girls,
That's right.
Tie with the single
To
girl.
be so lucky.
That's right, because he's getting a little older now, man. He can't handle it anymore. Maybe when I was about 19, okay. Tony, what do you say?
1914. No. 1958. I'll go with 58.
1958, okay. And Bill?
'64 sounds like a great year.
1964 sounds like a great year. And actually, it was 1963, so you're close.
Ooh.
And Joan hit it right on the button.
Wow.
Did you know that, or was that a guess, Joan?
That was an educated guess. I knew it was a few years before I was born, and I'm a big football fan.
She starts coming out with these educated guesses. You can't do that. Educated guesses are not allowed.
That's how I get through life.
With educated guesses. Well, now that makes it a three-way tie.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
With Joan... Wait a minute. With Joan...
All J's.
Joan, John, and Jane. Have two apiece. Joan, John, and Jane. That's
sort of like the 3 J's on a holiday.
I think it's just like that. You know, now that you bring it up, John. And you're one of the 3 J's, which sounds like a musical group, doesn't it? And here they are with some of their hit tunes of yesteryear. All this. You can get them either on CD or a 16-track cassette, including such great songs as "The Roses All Envy the Bloom of Your Cheek," and "The Sun Even Envies Your Smile."
Said 1999 to 3 J's on holiday.
Right.
Uncle Norm, do you have records that are under 3/4 of an inch thick?
No, as a matter of fact, I don't have any records like that. I have mostly cylinders.
They sound like my rolls for my player piano.
A cylinder's the same as records. I haven't been able to update my record collection. Okay, how about here's a very big fight.
That's the hockey question.
I don't have a hockey question. I do have a boxing question.
Oh, good.
Is that close? Because they
Hey.
do a lot of boxing and hitting in hockey. Anyway, it was on September 7th, which of course is the date we're talking about, that James J. Corbett knocked out John L. Sullivan in the 21st round to win the World Heavyweight crown in New Orleans. It was the first major prize fight under the Marcus of Queensbury rules, which called for the use of gloves. And of course, that was one of the great momentous fights of all time, next to when my mother didn't like something my father was doing. Oh, she would have loved to hear me say that on the air. Anyway, the Corbett-Sullivan fight, September 7th. What year would that have been? And we'll start with Bill Wilson and his orchestra.
The first year of those rules, the Queensbury rules, probably 1915.
1915, okay.
They didn't have boxing back then, did they? Oh, another no response.
Okay. What do you think, Tony? What year was that?
Could you kind of go through that history again?
The whole history again?
Yeah, just...
Okay, it was on September 7th.
Okay.
James J. Corbett knocked out John L. Sullivan in the 21st round to win the World Heavyweight crown.
Oh, it was a heavyweight, okay.
Okay, it was in New Orleans, and it was the first major prize fight. Major, apparently there have been others, but it's the first major prize fight under the Marcus of Queensbury rules, and it called for the use of gloves.
Oh. Now I know why he said 1915. Oh, what would it be on the Bronze Age then? Well, they used to box with... They just used bare fists?
Yes.
Yeah, and they put gloves so they could hide
bare
the
knuckle
horseshoes.
boxing,
They'd
huh?
fight to the death as well.
That's right. Well, 1915 sold me.
1915, you're going to stick with 1915.
Why not?
Okay. What do you think, John?
Oh, let's see. 1893?
1893, says John. Okay. And Joan, what do you think?
I'll take a guess. 1907.
Okay, that's an educated guess or a non-educated guess?
That's just a number.
Because it sounds like the waiter at a restaurant. Non-educated or educated? Smoking or non-smoking? Okay.
Ptomaine or not ptomaine?
That's right. Pam, what would you say?
Well, since I was so close last time, I will continue to...
Poor Pam.
1892.
1892. Okay.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give or take 400 years.
Sure.
Jane, what do you think?
1903.
1903. Okay, the actual year of that fight was 1892, which is exactly what Pam said.
Wow. Yay for Pam.
Yeah, and John said 1893. He was very, very close. I thought you were going to win that one.
Well, I either tie or get very close
No,
to
that
the
was
ladies in this game.
I know it. Actually, we have, as a result of all of that, we have a tie with Jane with 2, Joan,
and the 3 J's on holiday.
John and all have 2 apiece, and Tony, Bill, and Pam all have 1 apiece.
Hey, we're all winners then.
Okay,
That's
so
kinda nice.
So we can do one more if you'd like, and maybe break the tie. How about it also is the birthday today of the producer and director Elia Kazan. You know that name?
Yeah.
I know you.
How do you spell that?
Kazan, Elias, Elia, Elia Kazan, born in Turkey under the name Elia Kazan. That doesn't help you at all. I don't know why I said that. But Elia Kazan, I can't think of movies he's done. I know he's done a lot of good ones. Born in Constantinople, Turkey, September 7th. Director and all. What year would that have been? And let's see. We'll start with. How about you, Pam? Elia Kazan. Sounds like something from a Blackstone magic program. I will now transform
Can I
this
ask for a
donkey
hint?
into a banjo by the magic words Elia Kazan. What am I saying here? I think I'll lie down. Why don't you finish the game yourself while I
Is the
lie
pain
down?
starting to creep up the back of your neck?
Back of my neck right to the middle of my forehead.
How about he sounds like he has to be really old.
Just by that name, Elia Kazan, is that an old name? But just think, he of course, he did have a different name when he was born. Although he was born Elia. Is that the old part, or do you think Kazan is the old part? What am I saying? Who cares what I'm saying?
I would say he's probably of the era of Ronald Reagan or something. How about 80-something? 82 or so.
80. You want to make it 82 definitely, or you want to? Is that okay?
Yeah, why not?
82. Okay.
So that would make him born in 1914. Is that?
Do you want the year or their age?
No, just the age. Just the age is good. And Joan, what do you say?
Someone has to be 74.
There is a guy, Sidney Farberstein. You want to say 74?
I'll go with 74.
Okay. And Jane, what do you say? I love the way you do that. Do you know what a turn on that is, baby? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe not.
Not a hockey player. 72.
72?
Yeah.
Get so excited. I was going to show you my collection of French postcards. I have 700 semi-nude poses of Monsieur Mitterrand that I'm sure you will enjoy.
That sounds like Northern Exposure.
How did you acquire those? Maybe I shouldn't ask.
Or maybe you'd rather look at my collection of Marshal Muscle de Gaulle. I can't remember these first names. Pierre, and Charles de Gaulle. That's what I meant to say. Anyway,
You had kind of like Marcel Marceau and Charles de Gaulle all in one name.
I know it.
It's a very quiet Charles de Gaulle.
Yeah.
Oh,
My some of my humor is so esoteric that it makes no sense at all to the common person, including me. Okay, so we got Jane says 72, Pam 82, Joan 74. John, what do you say?
I have no idea.
You said no idea. That's right. You're
Well-
from here.
I'll say 73.
73. Okay, and what do you say, Tony?
69.
And Bill?
84.
84. Okay.
What if we beam this show out to deep space from that story you
That's
were
right.
reading?
We'd never have to worry about an invasion of men from Mars. Or
None
anything.
whatsoever.
No.
Either that,
Just stay away from that place, man. That's crazy.
Either that, or they'd come and force to annihilate us, to eliminate the
yeah.
stuff from the
They're
air.
so
Put us out
stupid,
of
man.
our
We could conquer that whole planet. They wouldn't even know we were there, those dummies. Okay, Elia Kazan is actually 83.
Oh.
And so Pam, who said 82, and Bill, who said 84, were the two closest. Now we have to check the scores again.
Now you have a four-way tie.
What's that, please?
You have a four-way tie.
Everybody's tied except Tony.
Thank you very much.
I think Pam has got 3.
No.
Tony's part of the management.
No, wait a minute. No,
Probably.
Pam does not have 3. She has 2.
And Bill has 2 now.
And Jane has 2.
And Joan has
Joan
2.
has 2. And John has 2. And
We
Bill
all get a
has
prize.
2. Yeah, the only one who have one apiece would be Tony.
Oh, come on. Give us one more so I can tie it. I'm on the outs.
Tony is the only one with 1, is that right?
Yeah. Unless there's someone else playing we don't know about.
Elvis.
I'm so embarrassed for you, Tony.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks.
Okay, I don't know. That's about all the ones I've got.
Nothing left from next week? Birthdays? From
Well, I could check on that.
Well, Uncle Norm.
Yes.
When is Labor Day's birthday?
Did all of you hear that question? When is Labor Day's birthday? Did you all hear that? Do you see what we're up against? Okay, let me see. See if there's somebody else you might know.
Did you have any history for next week?
Well, we can have history. I was trying to confine this to today.
Wasn't today the day the tie was invented, you said?
The tie was invented on that's right, on September 7th. That's true.
Who the hell was keeping records of that?
Yeah, no, it was about exactly 1 year after the invention of the Ass-cot and the scarf. Somebody said, could we do that only in a simpler kind of way? And that came
But
about.
before or after the bow tie? What kind of tie was invented? The long straight tie or the bow tie? Is it specific?
The fish tie.
That's right.
I don't know. Okay, let me check. Let me check a birthday from another time. See if we can't just break this. Pardon the expression. This tie.
Or worse, Tony will get another point.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then we just
You better
have to
get 2 questions.
call it all null and void. And
Yeah. Okay.
thank everybody and send them on their way.
Okay. Let's see. We already guessed Sid Caesar's age the other day.
We did?
Yeah.
That's right. I don't remember though.
Okay. Hold on a minute. I have a feeling this.
Can do it
program-
again. Bill, do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but I'll
Leave him out.
We guessed Michael Keaton and Cliff Robertson and all those people.
Mm-hmm.
Christy McNichol, we guessed them. Okay.
But wait a minute. Was Christy in her 20s?
No, she's
33.
She's around.
Oh,
No, she's around 40 now.
No, she's 30. She's around.
Oh, 30. I'm sorry. She's 30. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Amy Irving. Here's one of my favorite actresses. I love Amy.
Ex-wife of Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, that's right. She was in one of the great movies, Crossing Delancey, which I just love. Her birthday is Thursday, September 10th. Okay.
Same day as Margaret Trudeau.
Is that right? Margaret Trudeau is how old would Margaret Trudeau be?
She'll be 44.
Is she married to somebody else now?
Yeah, he's a real estate agent in Ottawa.
Oh, she deserves better than that.
Well, actually, no, I think they're doing quite like we haven't heard anything about her. She's sort of settled down.
So, okay, so it's not as wild as she used to be.
No.
She was very, very young at the time. She's only 44 now?
Yeah.
So she was very in her 20s when she was with Lester Trudeau. No, it isn't Lester Trudeau. What's his name?
Lester Pearson.
Lester Pearson.
Pierre Elliott Trudeau.
Oh, Pierre Trudeau. That's who she was married to. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. That's right. Elliott Trudeau. Okay, we'll do Amy Irving, whose birthday is next Thursday, and we'll start with. Let's see. Let's start
wait
with.
a minute. Has she done anything that we would know about?
Crossing Delancey.
Never heard of
No,
it.
she's been in some other things as well, but the names escape me. I just love Crossing Delancey so much that when I think of her, I think of that.
Wasn't she in like science fiction or monster pictures?
Made to Order, I think, was one of them.
Oh, a classic in American film.
Yeah. Oh,
No, how about, well, if you remember Steven Spielberg, you know who he is, his ex-wife. That's his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Well, George Burns, could have an ex-wife and 50 years younger. I mean,
With 36 keys in the piano.
That's right. I suppose anybody could. The fact that he doesn't have a wife who's 30 or 40 years younger. Anyway, I don't know. I'm trying to make sense out of what John just said.
Actors and politicians and entertainment people, they always seem to
I'm handing you a shovel to help you dig.
I tell you what, John, you take the first shot at this. How old do you think Amy Irving is?
Oh,
Why is
probably early 40s. I've only seen her with makeup and wigs and stuff. I mean, I don't get to see her every day, you know.
A moment ago, you didn't even have any idea who she was.
Well, I know the name because I've seen her in a couple movies, and I liked her. But I mean, not those bizarre offbeat movies you mentioned.
Crossing Delancey was no offbeat, bizarre movie.
I've never heard of it.
Okay, well, how old do you think she is now?
Oh, can I say 42? Then if I like some other age, you know.
No, actually.
Well, if everybody else starts saying, 33, 31,
No, the idea is that you say, as soon as you commit yourself to an age, you have to stay with it. You see, this is not a very flexible program. We're very stiff-necked about all of this. It's really pitiful, but that's the way we are.
Well, I'll say 42 then. She could have been playing someone much older in the movie I saw. I don't know.
John, shut up.
He's still trying to explain that last statement, which I'm just beginning to figure out now.
Hey, Pam, what do you think?
How about 43?
43? Okay, and Jane?
38.
Okay, what do you think, Bill?
37.
And Tony?
Bill sounded really confident, but my original answer was 39.
30.
See, Uncle Norm, they're all guessing in the 30s.
Okay.
Does he think we know something?
Well, you said 42. You weren't that far off from what they're saying. Joan, what do you think?
Let me just say I loved Crossing Delancey. Because my family's from Brooklyn, and we used to go and get the pickles and,
that's
pickles
really?
in the world.
Yeah, that's
It's a great movie. I don't blame you for liking it. She's younger than that. I'll say she's 36.
36, okay. There's a problem with this now.
Uh-oh. Conflicting reports.
No. There's no. I got her age. That's not the problem.
I have a feeling I must be right.
The problem is Tony won that one.
Yeah!
And that means it's a tie with everybody.
A six-way tie.
She's 39.
Oh.
And so it's let's see, everybody's got two correct answers. I now declare this game null and void.
Does this mean we're all equally bright or not very bright?
No, I think you're all very bright. You're all bright. You're all tied at two apiece. This has never happened before.
You know what we can do? We can call everyone back next week and try to fix it then.
We could do that, yeah. Or we could just call them back because it's just a whole lot of fun.
Well, Uncle Norm, don't you know when Labor Day was born?
Probably.
Who is that man?
I mean, I've usually been waiting all night to find out when the first Labor Day was.
The first Labor Day. I did have, as a matter of fact, I did have information on that somewhere along the line. Wait a minute. Maybe I can, hold on a minute. Let me see if I find
Can we guess that?
No, what I'm going to do
John knows, I think.
No, I don't. I mean, usually by 1 o'clock we find out where all the holidays and everything come from, but the guest master was on and he didn't get to his normal shtick, so,
And your day will not be complete without knowing this.
Okay, here it is.
I can't go to sleep.
1924 is my guess.
Okay, 1924 you say, okay. Okay, Labor Day. The first observance believed to have been a parade.
Oh, believed? Well, we can't.
Believed to have been
sure.
a parade. No, well, you have to be sure.
We know when ties are, but we don't know when Labor Day started.
No, when were ties? Did we get an answer to that? I didn't
And
hear
shoelaces. Shoelaces were first invented in 1793, many years before shoes were invented. So anyway, the first observance believed to have been a parade at 10 a.m. Tuesday, September 5th, 1882, 110 years ago in New York City, probably organized by John from Amherst, says.
When were...
It says, okay, when did it become a legal holiday?
No, I'm still stuck on ties here. Did you give us the answer to that? When ties were invented?
No, I made that up. I have no idea what ties were invented. I can't imagine anybody inventing ties.
I am so confused. I am so lost.
On June 28, 1894, President Grover Cleveland signed into law an act making the first Monday in September a legal holiday for federal employees in the District of Columbia. But a number of states, beginning in about 1893, were already observing Labor Day. More than half of the states. So it started about 1893, 1894.
But Uncle Norm, see, we were supposed to guess that to break the tie.
No, that wasn't in the rule book.
Oh.
Yet. No, I thought you just were curious. I thought you had a hunger for information about that.
I did, but it doesn't resolve anything other than
No, it doesn't. No, I told you. I've already declared the game null and void. Because everybody wins, and and therefore everybody loses. That's what it says in the big book here.
Well, are there that many prizes in the WBZ closet? I mean,
no, there aren't. As a matter of fact,
just ties.
Ass-cots or otherwise.
Hey, look, I think I'm already behind on everything here.
Oh
right
my!
Now.
Look at the time.
It's almost time. Hey, listen, I want to thank you, Jane.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Jane.
Very nice, and Pam, you're adorable.
Well, it was nice
You're so beautiful. C.
You're a cutie full of charms. D, you're delightful, and E, you're exciting. And F, you're a feather in my arm. Hey, Joan, nice to talk with you. Take care.
Great talking with you.
Take care.
Bye-bye, Joan.
And bye-bye, John.
goodbye, Uncle Norm.
Okay, and Tony, hang up on me quick because we don't have much time.
Oh.
Very good. And we'll talk to you in a few minutes there. Uncle Bill?
Okay, Uncle Norm.
Okay, it is time now for the news. As a matter of fact, that's coming up in about 20 seconds at 4 o'clock. And if you think we're having fun so far, wait till you catch the next hour. It'll just be just so darn nice.
The latest business news and stock market reports from the floor of the exchange every hour, every business day on New England's news and information station, WBZ Boston.
I don't think I oversold that. Norm singing all those hits from yesteryear was worth the price of admission alone. The kids here in the teen canteen were having a rollicking grand old time. I hope you were too. We'll be right back after this.
Garlic is a good idea. And now Quai odor-free garlic tablets give you all the goodness of garlic without the problems. Quai concentrated garlic tablets are tiny and easy to swallow. Quai's special scientific coating takes it gently through your stomach to prevent the odor and burping you get from other garlic preparations. So make garlic part of your everyday diet with Quai. Garlic is a good idea, and Quai odor-free tablets give you all the goodness of garlic without the problems. Quai, KWAI, at drug, health food, and GNC stores.
Until next time, friends, closing the vault and leaving this world a lot sillier than we found it. 4. Swell premises. Being humbled and cocky. Tickling yourself. Aortic septal defects. Not being totally brainless. Reason is unacceptable. Being in a way. Confusion, having the same world war, the Mediterranean oceans, Irving, Isaac, Seaweed, Nathan, the Twin Cities of Kitchener, Waterloo, Ontario, Canada, treasure chests of wonderful melodies of yesteryear, masses in the cold, cold ground, drunk Jack Benny singing, Zamfir, master of the pan flute, the magical 36 white key piano, Joan, John, and Jane, Pam's little bird. Being interesting, but nobody cares. Stock's Fireproof Piano Warehouse. Fireproof pianists playing hot music in a smoking jacket. To be lucky enough to be tied with 2 girls. The 3 J's on holiday. Marcus of Queensbury Rules. Smoking or non-smoking. Educated or uneducated. Headaches. Sidney Faberstein. Semi-nude postcards of Francois Mitterrand, Charles de Gaulle, and Marcel Marceau. Beaming the show into deep space. Are you listening, Elon? Fish ties, Ottawa real estate agents, crossing Delancey, Labor Day 1882. Everybody wins, and therefore everybody loses. Bill Wilson, and everyone's favorite hitmaker, Corbin Norman Nathan. I'm Tony Nesbitt.
What am I saying? Who cares what I'm saying?